Do you like winning?
Yeah.
Do you like winning by stealing the fun from everyone else?
Oh yeah.
Then man, do I have the Titan for you, because Monarch is absolutely broken. From her equipment to her core abilities, Monarch is such a unique Titan in so many ways. The only Titan that gets stronger as you play, the only one that can heal itself, and the only Titan where the rules do not apply.
How rich do you have to be to hunt rhinos legally?
You gotta make a lot of donations, to say the least.
Monarch's personality is somewhere between a communist and a kleptomaniac. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is also mine. When Monarch was first added, she brought some much-needed variety to the Titan gameplay, like a breath of fresh air that made me decide to stop playing Ronin, because of how frustrating it was to be on the losing end of that battle. No, please, Monarch, please, no, I pay my taxes! Monarch has a slightly different game plan than the rest of the Titans. Instead of dropping in ready to tear stuff up, you have to pace yourself. Lasting 30 seconds might be impressive in bed, but it's par for the course for Monarch. When you first spawn in, you're made out of paper mache. I didn't even get a chance to play. We're doing free Titanfall giveaways.
My phone is not working, and it's not the VPN, because certain tabs work.
That app is
Oh my word, are you joking? I still die. You have to be as careful as me anytime I stream with my friends. I was trying to make it work and it didn't.
What's up, Byron?
Who joined?
It's me.
Zipper.
Diddy
Daddy.
Say any slurs, please.
Diddy
I
Daddy
have
streaming.
to say it every time.
I figured. But
Do you want to get it out, Devin?
Mighty, but I mean, yeah.
Here, let's get it out.
Joins call, no racism, leaves call. But you'll quickly learn that the key to success is momentum. If you run into any other Titan off your spawn, they're going to tear you in half and you're going to be seeing stars. What is happening there? What is happening?
Aurora Boreal.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, in this part of the country, at this time of day, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes.
May I see it? No.
But if you can manage to survive for a little bit, it gives you a chance to unlock your first Super Saiyan power-up. Now, your hair won't start glowing all spiky-like, but you can do some pretty cool stuff that makes you that much more lethal, but I'll get to that later. Get a couple of those spiky blonde hair core upgrades, and bada bing, bada boom. I think Cooper says it best.
We're all menace to society.
Now, I have to address Monarch's primary weapon, the XO16 chain gun, and I have one word to say about it. Meh. It's just so incredibly inconsistent. Sometimes it's pretty good, and sometimes you dump your entire magazine just to draw a circle around the enemy. It has a decent rate of fire unlike most of the other Titans, so it's pretty easy to rack up damage on Titans by aiming at the weak spots, but the lack of burst damage makes it terrible for poking. Luckily, that's not what makes her special, because she has some pretty incredible abilities. The Energy Siphon allows you to steal health from enemies to restore your shields. There's a whole bunch of info out there about how different enemies give you different amounts of juice, but none of that's really important. Just use it on Titans. But that's not even the best part. When you zap somebody with the blue Kool-Aid laser, it stuns and slows them. You basically stop an enemy in their tracks whether they're running at you or away from you. Missile Salvo is fantastic for killing pilots. It can do some damage to Titans as long as you're decently close to them, but if not, the missiles develop epilepsy around about 20 feet and scatter all over the place. Her Rearm ability is essentially a ×2 Uno card. It recharges both of the abilities we just talked about, so the battle plan goes Energy Siphon, Missile Salvo, Rearm, Energy Siphon, Missile Salvo, and just sprinkle in Machine Gun with a little bit of artistic discretion. Now this is where the fun begins. The loadout is where Monarch cheats, shines. By far the most customizable Titan since the first Titanfall game. Yeah, you remember that? Good times. This is where you can choose to heal yourself, heal your teammates, give yourself extra health, more missiles, lock on missiles. It's ridiculous. There are 13 different options, so I'll narrow it down to the best ones. The core upgrades add on every single time you use your core ability, along with getting all your shields back. Arc rounds are your first option. They make your primary actually do damage, more ammo, and drains energy from the vortex and flame shields. It basically turns your primary into an advanced Veed killer.
Do they want the video? Do they want to see the context?
Dude, send me that video.
I'm
please.
sure they would love to see it.
You spray the weeds with it like this, you see, you spray them. Can you see that? Spray the weeds. Spray the weeds. Destroy them.
Calling her Big H is crazy.
The wrestling name.
Coming onto the stage! Who is that coming
Yeah,
onto the
Big
stage?
H is kind of crazy.
The second core abilities aren't super interesting, either use better electric smoke or quicker rearm. Superior chassis is the third one, and it's insane. It's one of Monarch's final core upgrades, and there's a reason they saved the best for last. First off, this ability removes all of your weak spots, so no more double damage on crits. As if that wasn't enough, it also doubles your health. If you can manage to get to this core ability with full health, you become a 20-foot gorilla on amphetamines. Nothing can stop you, and anyone brave enough is going to find out. My favorite ability that Monarch has is Energy Thief, which heals you every single time you get an execution. The best part is that it's not even a core ability, it's just part of your kit that you always have. You disrespect the enemy pilot and steal their battery. When I first started writing this video, I thought this was like all I was going to talk about, how broken this was, since no other Titan can do it. But in actuality, while playing, every single time I went for the execution, the other guy would eject right before I got it. I spent half of the game chasing down Titans to execute. I don't know if it was server latency or what, but I felt like I was getting robbed instead of doing the robbing. Your best bet is to embrace your communist side and kill steal whenever given the chance. Remember team, it's our execution. Honorary mention to the energy transfer ability that lets you use the energy siphon to heal your teammates. I don't like it, but my chat keeps lying to me saying it's good, but maybe I'm just too greedy to see the benefits.
Anything to help a homie out.
Anything?
No.
Matchups with Monarch tend to be a little bit tricky because it's very dependent on what equipment you bring and how upgraded you are. General rule of thumb is if you have an upgrade or two, you can fight any one-on-one with a decent chance of winning. If you have all 3 upgrades, you can take on the entire team at once with one hand while eating a bag of chips. The only downside to Monarch is that she doesn't have any defensive options. No vortex shield, no sword block, no particle wall, so you really have to embrace the ideology that a good defense is an unstoppable offense. Hope your electric smoke is a good deterrent. Play aggressively and steal batteries like chat steals my copper.
Oh, you have 500. Holy shit.
Also, hey, Shelf Man. I didn't say hi at all. This guy in the
Ships
enemy
aren't
team.
made out of copper.
As much as I hate on her, Monarch is actually a very fun Titan to play. It's a nice mix-up to what I usually try, but sometimes I really do miss playing Ronin. But I can't really expect any balance patches at this point, so I guess I just have to get better. Monarch makes a great Titan for beginners and more experienced players. No matter who you are, you'll have a good time. But if you really want to have a blast though, go check out my video on Ion while you're at it. I'll see you out there on the frontier.